The big four pay-per-views in the WWE always have something to look forward to. The Royal Rumble is my personal favorite pay-per-view of the year. The Rumble match itself has major stakes with the winner getting the main event match at WrestleMania. Well, not really. But the point here is that the Rumble match actually means something, and it leads to WrestleMania, which is arguably the biggest event they have every year minus the Saudi shows. The only pay-per-view that comes close is SummerSlam, the third big pay-per-view of the year. What can't be denied is that these events are always made out to feel like they are a big deal, leaving something to be excited for the Raw and SmackDown after. This can range from new storylines, fresh feuds, or even some NXT call-ups. But then there's Survivor Series. The only thing Survivor Series has going for it is a traditional 5-on-5 match with a loose idea of brand loyalty. No wrestlers are rewarded for their loyalty, and feuds are randomly put on hold because of it. Everything that happens on Survivor Series is forgotten about the next night, with only commentators sometimes mentioning it. With that being said, how can WWE make Survivor Series relevant? Before I begin, I want to make it clear that this is my opinion, so if you guys have your own ideas on how to improve the pay-per-view, leave them in the comment section below. Firstly, they need to add stakes to the 5-on-5 match. One of my all-time favorite Survivor Series matches is The Authority, Seth Rollins, Kane, Luke Harper, Mark Henry, and Rusev versus Team Cena, Dolph Ziggler, John Cena, Big Show, Eric Rowan, and Ryback. This match had a lot on the line. The power of the Authority was on the line. Eventually, the sole survivor Dolph Ziggler won the match by pinning Seth Rollins with the help of Sting. I was on the edge of my seat and was shocked by the finish. That is a feeling I haven't had in a long time with Survivor Series. The only times I can think of are when AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan faced Brock Lesnar in 2017 and 2018 respectively, but those were singles matches. To raise the stakes of the 5-on-5 match, make it so the winning team gets a reward. It's that simple. The winning team should receive a fatal 5-way match to determine the number one contender for their brand's top title. And the losing team can't have a world title opportunity until after the December pay-per-view, TLC, for losing the match for their brand. This would force rivals to work together because the title opportunity is on the line. Also, putting big stars in the match would make it all the better because that would lead to some amazing fatal 5-way matches and a reason to tune into Raw or SmackDown the following Monday or Friday night. Now, this next one might be a little controversial, but I would say get rid of champion versus champion matches. This will allow feuds to continue without a weird break in between. Finish the storyline at Survivor Series and create interest for the next challenger. I know this removes dream match possibilities, but it's better than putting storylines on a halt for no reason. The brand warfare should really only come into play for the 5-on-5. Instead of champion versus champion matches, have some surprise challenges from opposite brands, like in an open challenge for the Intercontinental or US title. And lastly, let's talk about the big one, NXT's inclusion. The biggest change for Survivor Series this year is the inclusion of NXT. Now, although I think it's cool, let's just be honest with ourselves, we don't want to see NXT wrestlers lose. We only want to see them win and beat main roster stars. So I think NXT's inclusion should be limited. They have War Games to deal with the night before, let them do that. For NXT, they can be surprise members of Raw or SmackDown, so if NXT members are on the winning team, they're immediately in the Universal or World title picture, which is good for those NXT stars. Also, the idea of defending NXT titles on a main roster show is a great idea. We can have something like Adam Cole versus Daniel Bryan on a pay-per-view level with this in mind. Anyways, those are my opinions on how they could fix Survivor Series. Survivor Series this year might be an amazing show, but WWE always seems to mess things up, especially this year. Also, I am a little annoyed that there are no title matches for NXT TakeOver War Games, but I know that the matches will be extremely fun to watch. As a huge fan of NXT, I want to see them win everything, and I hope to make a huge impact so more people can start watching the true A show. Anyways, what do you guys think about how I would fix Survivor Series? Do you agree? Do you have a different opinion on how they should handle Survivor Series? Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want more from the Phenomenal Bunch, make sure you guys click that subscribe button. Thanks again. See you.